I think it's so important if you've got an anxiety condition like I have, OCD, and just the relentless energy sapping of that can go on, how tiresome it can be. I need plenty of time where I can just chill out, and it's really nice to be at home with the heat on, the dog there, got a nice stew cooking at the moment, lamb stew. Okay, I'll do a bit of work later, but it's like what I'm trying to say is when you're pushing through a lot, like just going to supermarkets, just going out the house can be anxiety inducing at times, and triggers and fears, and just the mind going in them OCD loops of thinking. It's fucking hard work at times, but I try not to. I'm trying to get into that vibe of like, yeah, okay. So when my mind produces something, rather than trying to battle it, I'm trying to just go, yeah, well, maybe. Well, yeah, could be right. Well, maybe you are right. Yeah, could be right. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, probably. Rather than trying to disprove that and trying to battle that. There is no winning in that. There is no winning. And I can grab hold of something and just go with it for about 7 years, 9 years, fear of relapse or something. Fucking hell. It's brutal how it just, how with OCD you can just grab hold of something and just keep repeating it. Repeating it. It's like having a bully in the head that just does not, you can't win with. There's no winning with it. There's no way of beating it. Do you see what I mean? The only thing one can do is kind of not agree with it, but kind of agree with it, so it shuts it up. You're not really agreeing, but you kind of make out you are, just to shut the fucking thing up. And that kind of works at a certain level, I find, that just go like, well, blah, 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 blah. It goes, and you go, well, yeah, it could be. Yeah, you might be right there. I am right. Well, yeah, maybe you are right. I reckon you could well be right. Yeah, but I am right. Okay, you're right. And what? What can it do once you go like that? It's that it's like, it's basically you don't engage with an idiot. An OCD is an idiot, basically. It just keeps going. It has no, it's not very intelligent. I'm not saying people aren't intelligent, no doubt they are, but the actual condition is just very repetitive. It's like, it just keeps going like, and when you go, well, yeah, I hear you, yeah, that could be the case. Well, yeah, okay, maybe it is the case, even though you know it's not, but it admits it, and that's what I'm trying to do. Is just go like, rather than trying to prove and disprove and all that shit. And to be honest with you, I've been going to a 12-step group for 23 years. And to be honest, it doesn't really do it for me anymore. I don't really want to sponsor. I don't really want to be sponsoring people anymore. I don't really want to be in a group. And people go, yeah, but you need to because you're in that. Now listen, right? I had a drug problem. Yeah, I haven't got one now. What my main thing is OCD. So I'm going into therapy for that. And to be honest, I'm not saying I'm not a member of NA, but I'll dip into it if I want to. We are free to leave these organisations if we want to, And they do have, like I say, I might just pop in there later. I'll see how I feel. I'm chilling out amongst it all. I know that If I pick up drugs, it'd be a major problem. And I don't want to end up in a psychosis like I was in my 20s. And if I did pick up, I could end up on hard stuff. You know, I know that could happen. And I don't want to, so I don't. And a day at a time, I choose not to. And I know I'm powerless over it. So I don't pick up. I work my program by working the principles: honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, self-care, self-love, trying to help others, leaving the door open for people, you know, doing little bits of service for people without acknowledgement or reward, and just trying to do the right thing. But as for, I just don't need the intensity of a 12-step fellowship anymore. And people go, oh, that's that. But I know people that have stayed clean for years without it. And I think it's good in the beginning to go to get that support where you can break. But I've got people that don't use drugs in my life. And to be honest, I like connecting with other people that aren't addicts as well. But I'm not going to be bitter and twisted about it. It just doesn't. I think when you've got a condition like OCD, just sitting in a group can be intensely uncomfortable. And I could probably get a diagnosis for Asperger's if I wanted it, but I don't really want it. But I do have things that go on, and when it's on, it's on. But you know, listen. I don't want to be down on my luck. I've had a wonderful time on holiday. Okay, it went a bit crazy, but I really lived beyond. You know, really lived well for about a week, and then it went a bit, and then it went Pete Tong where someone was trying to have me over, but I'm still back. I forgive them and I'm back in contact with them, but just have to watch the fucking money a bit. You've got to watch your dough, I tell you, this day and age. But chilling out, I think, is imperative. It's where I get my strength in a way. And yeah, okay, I can be a little isolated at times, and I might just pop up the road later and maybe go for a cup of tea afterwards with people and see how I feel. But it's really good to chill out amongst it all. And less is more, you know. I think the thing is with credit and loans and all that stuff, we don't need half of this stuff, you know. And I'm not doing Christmas presents. I mean, I'll get stuff from my nephews a little bit maybe, but I'm not interested in receiving gifts or giving gifts to adults, you know. No doubt. And I'm just going to have a meal here with a mate of mine. I'll cook a nice dinner, and then I'll tell you one thing: with pure OCD, an anxiety condition, it is such a help to have a car. Having a car, I'll tell you, it's an absolute godsend. Because when it's on me, I certainly don't want to be doing bus journeys. And I can just jump in my car and go down my mate's house and that, or, you know, I can go for a little spin with the dog, take her out for a walk. The car. And I mean, I went shopping last night, and where I go shopping, I took the dog, and, you know, you wouldn't really want to walk around this area without a dog. It's dark, you know, it's out the way, but when you've got a Staffy Falls area like that, you don't really fear nothing, because she gives you that comfort, if you like, that she just takes away fear. And having her by your side, you know, she is a godsend, my dog. And to be honest, having the dog is a really good thing for me to help me chill out, because I stroke her, I think of her, I feed her, I look after her, and she's a good girl. I mean, she's just there. Look, she's chilling out. She's chilling out. I mean, if that's not chilled out, I don't know what is. And that helps me chill out. And I'll take her for a little stroll later, possibly. She's getting on a bit now, and just easy does it with it all. And as for exercise, I just do little bits of walking with the dog. I'm just dropping all that intensity around everything. I think when you've had a health scare like I have, I've been tested for about a year, find out what was wrong with me. You're just relieved, and you take it. You get a gratitude for each day, really, because my brother passed away many years, well, coming up 5 years. And basically, you know that it can happen, and you've seen it happen. So you just think, well, I'll just keep plodding on. I'm still here, and I'll leave it there.